Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and oh, that's from my glasses. That's right. That's from my glasses. Anyways, I want to say hello, and it's time for another Sudsy recap. And this week we're talking all about today, I'm talking all about the Young and the Restless. Okay, so this past week on the Young and the Restless, other than it getting cut short on Friday because of Obama, you all know how I feel about that. And I would say that about any president, FYI. That is not a political statement at all. If it was George W. Bush, I would say George W. Bush. Or Donald Trump, I would say Donald Trump. Or Bill Clinton, I would say Bill Clinton. Whatever. I just don't think that the president should be having press conferences in the middle of the day. Just saying. Anyways, regardless, this week, now you know I love me a good crossover episode, and this week was actually where Eileen Davidson, who plays Ashley Abbott on Young and the Restless, this is where we saw her act alongside her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills co-star Erika Jayne, and I'm not gonna lie, Erika Jayne was fierce. Fierce with a snap. Because that bitch was everything. She was giving me everything. She was wonderful. She played this bitchy, high-powered real estate mogul named Farrah Dubose. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not going to lie. My expectations were not that high. For example, whenever they have those stupid Big Brother cameos on Bold and the Beautiful, they suck. They're not good actors. I'm sorry. They're not paid actors. They're not actors. So it's very shticky, right? But she was so natural. It was like she blended right into the canvas. Now the first two, she was only in 3 scenes, but the first 2 were with Eileen, right, with Ashley. And they had kind of like a cat fight at the beginning, which was awesome. And then the second scene she was in was with Devon and Hillary. And she was great in that one too. Like you think, okay, well, she knows Eileen, so maybe that's why they're so good together. That's why. But then she did just as good in the scene with Devon and Hillary. She's awesome. I hope we see more of Farrah. I'm not saying give her a contract, because I don't know if she would have the ability to do that and be Erika Jayne, because being in soaps is tough. Although Eileen Davidson manages to do 3 at one time. But, I say, listen, this was, and that was a birthday gift from Eileen to Erika. I mean, that is the best present ever. That is gift giving on fleek. Fierce. Fierce. She was great. I've got to say she was wonderful. She did a really good job. Okay, enough of me fangirling over Erika Jayne. I need to also talk about Mariah, because now I'm going to fangirl over Mariah. Mariah is everything. So this week, we saw her hosting the GC Buzz because Hillary got fired last week, which is what caused Lily to be a hateful hoe, which made me love Lily even more because I love me some Lily and because I am a hateful hoe. Mariah was the host, and here's the one thing, the one fail was she kind of fell on her face. And I mean that literally. She literally took a tumble in these heels that she was wearing and she fell flat on her face and busted her nose and got a shiner. But here's the thing about it. She got up, dusted herself off, finished the show, right? And at first she was, embarrassed. And they did make a meme out of it, which, by the way, I need to get that meme. It says, whoops, and it shows her falling. It is kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. That would kind of be a good gift to have. I need to look for it. Anyways, so she was great. She's managed to leverage herself into this great position at GC Buzz where she's the segment producer and a host and making a shit ton of money, which... kudos to you, Mariah, for having the brains to do that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so then on top of all of that, there were lots of other minor storylines going on. you know. Those are the two big ones. Well, I mean, Erika Jayne wasn't really a big storyline. I was just very excited about her. The big storyline was the whole Mariah GC buzz, because, you know, they were showing off Chloe's new line for, not Chloe, oh my God, Chelsea's new line, Chelsea 2.0. Chloe is working with Chelsea and then decided to, you know, they were both on the air together, and Sharon is still also involved in the company as well. So, you know, they were all at GC Buzz when it happened, and everyone was, and then Faith was, of course, watching. So she was mortified. She was like, oh my God, is Mariah okay? But everyone online then things started turning around. People were calling her Mariah will rise again. Hashtag Mariah will rise again. Hashtag Mariah gets up. You know, I mean, like, America loves a good underdog. I'm not kidding. So that was actually one of the more believable parts of the story. So anyways, there was also some tension, not tension, but, you know, basically Victor floated the idea to Nick that he wanted to step away from Newman Enterprises. He wants to take a step back and not devote so much time to work. And Nick is still like, I'm really not interested. I've got my own business. I have the Underground. And he said, you should give that to Noah and you should come work at Newman. And he's like, but we never get along. And he's like, I'm going to be stepping down. So I just don't know about that. I really don't, because first of all, when he left, Nick said, I'm still not doing it. But you could see when he went to the Underground and had some scenes with Noah afterwards that he was kind of not necessarily feeling Noah out, but just kind of taking a more balanced perspective on how Noah would be as the boss of the Underground, right? So I thought that was interesting as well. And plus, if Nick did take that job, that would seriously put him in, you know who would be pissed off about that would be Victoria. That's all Victoria has ever wanted. And Nikki, God bless Nikki, because Nikki is the first one to mention this. Nikki's like, look, you know, Victoria is the one who wants this job. You know, she was there begging to work for you, and then you let her go. Now she's with her own company, Brass and Sassy, but you know, that's all your own fault. And he admitted it too. He's like, yeah, it is my fault. And he was actually talking about his mom with Faith, which, you know, Victor doesn't ever show emotion like that. He's like, yeah, you know, my mother was so poor, she left me at an orphanage. And Faith was like, but here's the thing about Faith. I love me some Faith, especially Olivia Allen-Lynn that plays Faith. I love her. Because the other little girl that played Faith was a little bit bratty to me. Just to me, personally. But because every now and then, whenever Olivia needs to go somewhere, or Faith, you know, they swap her out with this other chick, and the other chick is kind of obnoxious. It's just how I feel. But I love her. But on the one hand, it's like, okay, she's starting to get a little annoying and obnoxious, right? Where she's like constantly screaming at the top of her lungs, and, you know, but on the other hand, she's a little girl, and little girls do that. I mean, little boys do that too. Children have a tendency to scream at the top of their lungs, right? That's just how they are. So, you know, but that was interesting, and it was nice to see that she cared so much about Mariah, because, you know, she was like, you know, I'm proud of you for hosting. I'm glad you're okay. You know, that was really cool. I enjoyed the scenes between Mariah and Faith. I mean, I just love scenes with Mariah. She could be acting opposite a cockroach and she'd be fine, or, you know, a rock. I mean, I love Mariah. And let's see, what else happened? That was pretty much it that happened for this week. So I'll definitely be curious to see how things will be going next week. I really hope we get to see more Farrah DuBose. I really liked her a lot. I really did. I'm not just saying that too because she's Erika Jayne. I'm really serious. I really liked Farrah DuBose. I would love to see her mix it up with any of the men in town. Like, give someone else and Phyllis dyed her hair blonde. Now, here's the thing. I know that Phyllis's actress is a natural, not, I don't know if she's a natural blonde, but she's definitely blonde in real life. So the redhead was, but I mean, when you think of redheads, you think of Phyllis, right? Phyllis Summers, Phyllis Newman, Phyllis Abbott, whatever. You think of Phyllis. So the jury's still out on the new hair color. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. You can follow me on Twitter at Angel Benton, hashtag YR to Talk Young the Restless. Tomorrow today I'm actually watching General Hospital, and then I'll give you the skinny on it tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Wubba wubba wubba.